There's some more seats over there, and then there's another table that's definitely available, and some seats, a comfy one over here as well. Welcome to our May edition of the Cyber Meetup, RIA CyberMeetUp. Hello everyone who is watching us online, and hello everybody who has actually taken your time to come up to here in person. There are a lot of new faces today, a lot of guests, and I don't know, some are guests and some are just new, and it's very difficult to make a difference here. But those of you who are new here, this is a regular thing that we have with our cybersecurity community, where for about an hour we talk about some important things in cybersecurity research, in business, in threat intelligence, and so on and so forth. And then for the next hour, 2 hours, or however many you decide, we're going to have some time to network with each other and talk to your friends and neighbors and find out how they're doing and what are they doing, and ask questions that you weren't able to ask while they were on stage. This time we have a very packed schedule. We have a lot of people here in who want to be on stage and who we want them to be on stage. And this is why we're going to get going real fast. And we're going to get started with our dear guests from Germany. We have Matthias Mehrtens here with us, who is with a team of people who are actually just visiting and trying to find out what we're up to. So come on up here, take a microphone, take a clicker, and tell us about what do you see in cybersecurity and what is it that you're up to here.
Okay, thank you very much. Very warm welcome also from my side. So we are here with a delegation trip and visited a few universities for further cooperation in Tallinn. So my name is Matthias Mehrtens, as you heard already, and I'm professor at the Niederrhein University, Niederrhein University and the University of Bonn, Rhein-Sieg. So Bonn is in the middle of Germany, and Central Police and BSI and the Army, everything central is in Bonn. So, and we are near the Dutch border, Niederrhein in Mönchengladbach. These both universities together are the cyber campus for North Rhine-Westphalia, so the region in the middle of Germany, Düsseldorf, Cologne, this area. So you also find our programs in the ENISA. I think there's Cybersecurity Higher Education Database. Yesterday I looked it up, 166 programs, opportunities for the young people in 30 countries. In Germany, you can do bachelor in cybersecurity management, master cybersecurity management, and especially for the police men, we have digital forensics, and also same bachelor in Bonn. So we had our tour already, contact to other universities here in Tallinn. So everyone is talking about AI, cybersecurity and AI are the top topics, and every student is using AI. Almost 3/4 of students use AI also for homework. We are doing the same. So, and also good news, not for me because I'm old already, but for the young people like Sandro here, our master student. Nearly 4 million cybersecurity jobs offers are on the market, at least when you read Forbes magazine, so it's good news for the young people. So also our cyber cops need to be prepared for the cyber crimes, because crime is more and more shift in the digital space. Here you see a group of students from digital forensics, and they are just in the exam for German BSI, or the certifications from German BSI are for free for the students in Germany, and also the policemen are doing this exams at our university. So they have to be prepared against the attackers. So cybersecurity paradigm is changing. What I mean with this title from the presentation, there's one thing, the end of updates. Within some cases, I always hear you have to patch your infrastructure, and patching and renewing and all these things. But in Hamburg, I think 2 years ago, there was a presentation from Palo Alto. We are here in the Palo Alto Club. This also was a presentation from Palo Alto. That's the time between vulnerability is existing and attackers inside. It is getting fewer and fewer. So 44 days it was in 2021, and latest attacks within hours, and this from 2023. It's not 2025. So don't ask me for the solution, but I think there will be a change concerning update strategy. Also programming, I think it's not on the top professional level. That's all the SAP and all these German companies are programming already with AI, but they are all exercising and testing. Universities, students, they are all exercising and testing. So then we have ISMS. Today we heard also one of the universities in Tallinn is also implementing just an information security management system. We are doing the same in Germany. Many industry companies have the certification. Normally when I'm as an auditor in the field, I see small and medium sized companies. They have nearly so up to 50 risks. But I think within risk management, there could be an increasement because there's some services available on the market which could be a risk for the companies. Here's just taken something from LinkedIn, what it costs to get one of these cybercrime as a service topics. I think this will have an impact on the risk management for the industrial companies. So this will change from my point of view. So also some small and medium-sized companies say, oh, the attackers are not interested in my company because I have less than 500 employees. If you look at the Digital Cyber Defense Report from Microsoft 2023, then you see 70% of organizations encountered human-operated ransomware had fewer than 500 people. So this is also thinking with a change available. So then we have some things concerning this deepfakes and some information available where you have to judge, is it true or is it not true? There we have some topics: political disinformation, CEO fraud, grandparent scam, short attacks, Roman scam. We have this on the market. And if you have a short look at the Door Brothers, I think it's a video producing AI company from the US. If you look to the website, for all the slides, you see the web link you see below. Then you also see some real nice videos, but you have to judge, is it a real video and true, or is it made with AI? This will change also the security paradigm. So, and phishing mails and all this stuff, I think there are also some chatbots, AI-based, available to produce real-looking information which come to the company. So then AI is becoming more powerful, hardware is getting faster and faster. We also see this in the industry. In Germany we have BMW, for example, in the automotive industry. There's a new humanoid figure 02, for example. This is in test in the plants at BMW, but we have to take about cyber security also in this robotic-based machines, which will take over some workload from human beings in the future. So last thing, digital sovereignty. We have unknown ethics from US, China, India, data control outside, inside the EU. There we have some topics. Access for governments. There we also have some topics concerning AI. So we have AI Act and other things available. And this you see also when you are a captain or a hobby captain like me. From time to time you see me on a sailing boat. And with a sailing boat I have an automatic identification system, AIS. And here you see when there's jamming and spoofing, then you get lost on the water. It's also not really nice, but it happens. So that was it already. Just a few introduction words from my side. Thank you very, very much for listening.
Just a question here.
Yes.
Thank you for this presentation. So obviously, all those things that you highlighted here, this is the crew that works with them, but we also have a lot of students that may be watching here or maybe watching online. Would it be, like how would it be possible for them to actually come and study these things at the cyber campus or at your universities?
Yes, but it depends on the language. So many of these programs, some could be in English, but main language in the moment is German. But that's the reason why we are on tour here with the delegation group, and we are just discussing these opportunities for the students. And it's problem-based learning. My strong recommendation is work on real cases. Don't take the cases from the books or from ChatGPT, but just have a look at the real cases, which has to be solved in the cybersecurity area.
Right. So find out how to learn, learn German, and then go and then study cybersecurity as well.
We will offer in English, perhaps.
Absolutely. Hopefully. Thank you very much. Give a round of applause, please. And as with all the presentations today, as I said, we have a packed schedule. So today we're going to cut down on audience questions right now. If you have a question you want to ask these presenters, find them after the presentations and talk to them directly. Most of them will remain here after the program is over as well. But our program today is heavy on research and science and higher education. Obviously, you heard. So we're going to continue with some of that stuff. One of our projects that we, as RIA, also are involved in is called CHESS, and this Czech-Estonian project yields some very interesting results. And I'm going to invite up here Katarína and Maria to come up here and talk to us a little bit about what is it that they're doing in the field of pen testing, usability, readability. Tell us what is it that you do. There's a microphone, one here, and another microphone here.
Thank you. Hello, we are very happy and appreciate the opportunity to be here and have a little talk for you. My name is Katarína Galanská, and I am from Masaryk University, Czech Republic. And here with me is Maria from Cybernetica. And we are here today wanting to tell you a little bit about our research. The research is regarding the usability of penetration testing reports. As our previous speaker was talking about AI, we used the next slide that is generated by AI.
Okay. Basically, companies often use penetration testing services to evaluate their... Okay, nice, thank you. So companies use often penetration testing as a solution for evaluating their product's security. And the penetration testing often results in a summarizing report, which is a PDF or a doc file that contains all the found vulnerabilities, associated risks, and recommendations that they suggest to implement. So organizations rely heavily on those penetration testing reports in decision making, meaning depending on the quality and content of the pen test report, they decide which vulnerabilities will be resolved, which recommendations will be implemented, and if any additional resources would be needed in the future to improve their overall security posture. However, currently there is a lack of underlying research regarding the usability of penetration testing reports. So we focus on identifying, addressing any gaps in the penetration testing reports and finding if there are any recommendations or standards we could use to unify the understanding and usability. Our research is a part of the CHESS project, which is a cooperation between the Czechia and South Moravia region and Estonia.
So we already did introductory study. It was a collaboration with Estonia and Czechia, and we were collaborating with companies that are customers of penetration testing reports. We wanted to know their opinion, their feedback, if they are happy with the report as such, because as we know, it's the only tangible product of the penetration testing. So as good as the penetration testing can be, it depends what is written in the report. We have results. Regarding results, in the discussions we had like focus group discussions when we sat down with people and discussed various topics. We discussed, for example, some positive aspects. People consider having the report, or they perceive it as a good thing because they are confident that they have something concrete in their hand, that based on that they can do the next step. Regarding security advice, as is given in each finding, you have the recommendation what you should do, and they think it's very nice that the recommendation is there, because even when it's not the measure that is implemented in the end, it gives them the first step, first thing they can then move from. We were also talking about customization, meaning they would appreciate machine readability or different reports for different size of companies, because some companies have security architects, a backend developer, other developer, and some companies have just 2 people in the team. So we were discussing various topics. You can look at the paper in the QR code before if you want to. But we are not finished with the research, and we would be very happy if you could also help us and collaborate. So if you allow, we would like this to be a little bit responding, interactive. So if you are willing to, normally it is not considered a good thing to use a phone when in company, but in this time we would like you to use your phones and scan the QR code if you can. We are using Slido tool, which is a tool where you can respond to our questions. So we will present you some topics, and we will be very happy if you could give us your feedback actually. So you either go to the slido.com domain and use the CMU code, or you can directly scan the QR code.
Will there be a prize afterwards?
Free beer, yes. So if you did not have time to do it, you will see the QR code in next slides also. So let's imagine that you are a customer and you receive the penetration testing report, and this is a finding that you see. The finding says that there is information disclosure, and you can see there is a backend API that returns some environment variables. In the variables you can see passwords, keys, tokens, usually the things that should not be there, and there is like risk that those data could be disclosed to third parties. So this is the finding, this is the description of it. And then you see a recommendation in version A. It says, sensitive data such as passwords and secrets should not be returned in clear text in responses sent back to the client. To protect passwords and secrets, returns should only be done in pseudonymized formats, for example, by replacing them with asterisks. And now, what do you think? How actionable is this recommendation? If you already scanned the QR code, you should see the question on your phone. If you haven't done that, you can still scan the QR code. There is a scale from 1 to 4, which is the worst is not at all, and the best is completely. So we'll just give it a few seconds. In the poll, you should be able to read the document, the recommendation. So even though it's not visible on the slide, it's visible in the Slido.
Okay, now for the same vulnerability that we introduced, you see another recommendation stating that update the admin system endpoint to exclude environment variables from their response. Sensitive information such as database passwords, secret keys, and tokens should never be exposed via APIs. Review the code handling this endpoint and remove any logic that outputs environment data. If environment details are needed for debugging, restrict this functionality to internal logs only and ensure it is never returned to clients in responses. Redeploy the application after verifying the output is clean. How actionable is this recommendation? You can also see the recommendation in the description, and the scale is the same, 1 to 4.
Okay, we promise is the last one. Just to kind of complete it, you have seen 2 recommendations, version A and version B, and you have evaluated how actionable they are. If you would have to compare directly which one you would be most likely to act on, which one would you choose? And feel free to elaborate if you want to elaborate on your reasoning or anything, or just say A or B is enough. Again, you should be able to see both right now in your Slido. I can see you are writing, so I will wait a little. Okay, it was just kind of an insight into how our survey looks like. And as I said, our research is still ongoing and hasn't finished, and we still want to improve penetration testing reports. And we invite you to fill our survey. I know how people do not like surveys, but take this as a good thing. When you participate, you can really make a difference in the future. If you would like to see the results of today's statistics of your voting, it will be visible at the end of the full survey. So if you take a survey, you will see how you voted today. And we would like to thank you this way for your being an audience.
Yeah, and don't worry, you will get the slides. Then there's the possibility to access the research paper that highlights all the findings we got from the in-depth discussions with Czech and Estonian IT companies, as well as the QR to take the survey and really thought with us how we could improve the usability of pen test reports. So thank you so much for listening to us, and we are here if you have any insights or ideas or just want to have a chat regarding penetration testing. Thank you.
Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you very much. I don't have any questions right now, and oh, there's a question back there.
How long is the survey running?
How long? For how long?
Good question. We will keep it open for 7 days.
7 days. Okay, so, right. Thank you. Again, another applause, please. Thank you again. I really enjoy the fact that our presenters come up with new ideas on how to make things interactive, so that you're not only listening, but you can contribute and participate in a way. Let's see how we can keep these types of presentations going in better and new directions. All right, we're going to continue, and one of the things that the next three presentations have in common is something that we want to do as part of our part of our services as the RIA and our research and development team. We want to talk to you a little bit about a new program that we are designing, a new program for cybersecurity companies, so that cybersecurity companies could do more innovation, could do more research. It's still in the design phase, and my colleague Anni is going to come up and tell you all about what we're planning. Take the yellow one. What we're planning. And after this, we're going to have a couple of examples of some organizations, some universities who you can, or not universities, some research organizations who you can work with if you are a cybersecurity company. But tell us all about it.
Thank you very much. Also, hello from me. Yes, I will tell you a little, I'll give you a little information about the funding scheme that we are preparing in RIA for Estonian cybersecurity companies. And as Lauri also said, the next two speakers after me is a continuation of my presentation, because I will tell you that there will be funding available for cybersecurity companies to do product innovation, and they will tell you how exactly you can do this in collaboration with them. And if you're interested in this topic, we have one more presentation planned for our June CyberMeetUp. This will be, I think, on the 12th of June, so from Taltech, and they will also give you more information how you can use this money with them or buying their services. So this funding will be available at the end of 2025, so we hope that you can apply for it in October. And as I already said, it's for cybersecurity companies to collaborate with research institutions. So technically you can use the funding to create innovative and high value added products or services. And just to bring a few examples, to improve an existing product, to develop and test a product or create prototype, solve any problems that you have already encountered in product development. So basically anything that could benefit from the expertise and know-how of the research institutions. So this measure we are still designing, as we said, but we wanted to give you this information already now because we know these things take time to plan and to think about. So right now it's important that you know that funding is coming, and you will find more information this autumn on our homepage and on the homepage of Enterprise Estonia, with whom we are going to give out this money, who is our good partner in this. And just a few more details that I can say right now. The maximum funding amount per company will be up to 100,000 euros. And the own contribution we will probably have in the between the 30 and 50% range. This will depend on the size of the company. And we set also a few focus areas. I think most important for many here will be the automation of cybersecurity and the use of AI in cybersecurity. And here is my email, so if you have any questions, suggestions, feel free to write me or come and talk to me after this official part is over. And before I give the stage back, I have another little announcement to make, and namely, as of Monday, we are accepting applications also for our cyber accelerator or küberkiirendi. This is coming again as well. 60,000 euros is available for teams with innovative cybersecurity ideas. So go and check out more information on the homepage of Tehnopol. And it is a bit, you have a bit of time, but not too much, because the application round will close on the 13th of July. So make sure to use this money, or this opportunity, or if you cannot use it yourself, recommend it to a friend, spread the word. I think this is it from me. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you. Just to give a bit of context before I invite the next speaker up here. So obviously, like a small grant, like a grant of 100,000 euros may be very small for a cybersecurity company that is already existing and doing research and so on and so forth. We have Enterprise Estonia gives out grants of way more than that. But this measure, this topic, this funding opportunity is especially for the small and upcoming companies who maybe have never worked with a research organization before. So to get a feeling of how can you even get a hold of a research organization. What is a research organization? Will they just, is it just a university who provides a paper, or is there anything else that you can actually get out of it? So this is a sort of like this first steps in innovation that we are trying to improve here. And to give you a little bit of a sense of what are the topics in which you could do collaboration as a company with a research organization, we've invited 2 of those research organizations here today to give you like this broad overview of what do they do and what are the topics you could approach them with. So with that, I'm gonna invite Heisi from Tartu University up here. Tell us, what is it that cybersecurity companies could come up to you with in terms of innovation and research?
Thank you very much. Thank you for having me. Author Lauri said that no questions from audience, then please let me to begin with a few questions so that I know the audience. Firstly, please raise your hand if you have collaborated with a university or research organization already. So a few, very good, thank you. How many of you have heard about the universities as the places that are slow, that do not understand the companies, do not understand what they need? How many of you have heard that? Wow, thank you, done. So, I feel that I don't have that much ice to break today, but nevertheless, let me give you a slight insight what you can think of if you are considering something like that. If you have little experience or really want to have a small flavor what we can offer, then we can actually start smaller, start to build the trust, and then you can, for example, think about how you can reach our students. We have several programs here. For example, our courses are constantly looking for real-life problems that they can give to students. What the company gets is that students get to know you. You might get a few very good first thoughts that you can then test out yourself. Something like that. Many thesis topics. Someone dives deeply in the topic that you do not have the resource yourself to go through. But you get, again, something really maybe new and a new flavor on that. Industrial Master's Program. This is a bit more commitment, 10 months approximately. And also Industrial Doctorate. Well, there already 4 years is something that we expect. But you can already see that we are building up in the collaboration scale. So you can think where you can fit in. And also from smaller projects to really large-scale R&D projects. We can do demo projects, which are approximately a few months, half a year maybe. Go state procurements together, because maybe there is something that you're going to make a business out of, but you need someone to do something high risk, high gain, who gives something really cutting edge to your product or idea. We can go jointly into R&D projects, maybe exactly in the program that is upcoming in the fall, right? But also Horizons program for applied research, also RUP projects as we know them. Also directly partner-funded research projects. So this is the full scale. Basically from zero cost, only your commitment to millions of euros is something that we can talk about. What to expect when you start the communication with the university? Firstly, what we do is research, consultations and development. And this is in the new cutting edge technology. If you can have it like on the shelf solution, then that's not something that you can ask from us. But if you want to combine something on the shelf in a very new way, then maybe that is a thing that you should consider university having also. Basically, high risk, high gain, as I already told. And also, where we deliver is up to the level of proof of concept, usually. So this is something you can expect. But what we need to think through together is how we share the intellectual property after this project is through, but also who is going to turn the technology into a service or a business, because this is something that the university is no more interested in doing. At least not only themselves. So I have 5 suggestions for you today, what to do already today if you are thinking about this. Firstly, join our newsletter, because this is exactly the place which opens our calls, for example, where you can get the news about calls to courses, all that, call the Industrial Master's Program, whatever. Contact our industry collaboration team. We have currently 3 people and soon be hiring also. So we also try to make sure that we have people who can communicate and understand companies. Visit our next event or any other of them. Check out our success stories with other companies. What is their result, what they have received. And last but not least, find us today in the room. I'm here. I have Marianne with me. She is a specialist in coordinating industry collaboration. Slava, if you want to hear some success stories, what Chess does, what kind of projects we have filled. So find us and let's have a first chat. Thank you very much.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you very much. Again, these people are in the room right now and they will be here after this program ends. So be ready to talk to them. And just, it's a very, as an interlude, in Estonian, we have this word for development, arendus. And a lot of people think that if it's like a IT development, IT arendus, it's the same thing as just, you know, coding another piece of that code. But in product development, or, you know, like research and development, the development side of it is a little bit more, you know, research heavy than just, you know, like coding the next piece of your IT or your software. And so this is something that maybe our research and development organizations, they may not just provide you with some you know, like people who code for you, but they will give you a whole lot of insight into all those topics that you just heard today. But for this, you need to start that dialogue from the basis of what your company does. But we do have another organization here, which is also a research organization. You heard from them today already, but we have another person here, Dan, my good friend. Come on up here. He is from a research organization. There's a research organization and private company called Cybernetica. And this is also an opportunity maybe for you to say, what is it that, if there is a company out there looking for a partner to do innovation and research and development, what can they come to you with?
Yes. So if you just say that Cybernetica is a research organization, then my CEO will be very sad, because about 20% of what we do is research. The rest is business. That's why we know how to do business. So I'm Dan. I'm the Chief Scientific Officer. This year I'm about to be rebranded as a Science and Innovation Officer, because some of our customers are afraid that what I do is science, and that apparently isn't serious enough. So I'll get a new title soon. So I start with the simple things. Some of you have Smart ID in your phones. We made the science behind it. We have the patent. Very beautiful math, very nice things. If you ever get hands on those slides, you might click some of the links on these slides. SKID Solutions operates it. They have a super great understanding of the market. They work with the customers. They get all the money. We get just some of the money. So if you're thinking, how can you reasonably work with another company? Are we a competitor of yours? Then that really depends. If we understand each other and we go out to build a joint business, then we can have an understanding. We've been working with SK, for example, for years now. And Cybernetica is already actively researching new versions of Smart ID that would be safe against a quantum computer should it ever be built. So 3.6 million use threshold cryptography, threshold RSA, which is a nice mathematical thing, a great idea and a great example of how a piece of math can actually be deployed in lots of devices. But it's not just the software. These days, there's a new growing market in Europe, which is defense. If you look at some of the financial prognosis for defense primes in Europe, then they look almost like if it's a startup with a hockey stick revenue graph. So you have to be in that line, so are we. So here's an example of one of the projects that we are related to, the Future Highly Mobile Augmented Armored System project led by Patria, the Finnish defense prime. So they are building a new generation of armored vehicles that would work in extreme settings. I think snow is meant in addition to others. I think they also mean desert though, although you don't have much desert here yet. So what Cybernetica does in this collaboration is we work on the threat surface and kill chain analysis, meaning that we try to figure out how to actually make this thing not move or not do its mission duties anymore. What's the simplest way so we can deploy countermeasures? Then there's the lifecycle management. All the mechanical and analog stuff is basically being blown up in Ukraine right now. All the new stuff that gets built is very digital. It has digital twins and all other fancy stuff. For me, it mostly reads as attack surface, because if I If I can botch a software update so your tank doesn't get on the battlefield to do its mission, then I've sort of won. So we have to look at all of this in a very careful way. AI components are more and more popular, securing those important, and also use of AI for cybersecurity, finding anomalies in behavior and so on. So these are, I brought like 2 references in companies we work with. You can imagine what we could do together based on this. Right, so track record. We've been doing research for quite a while. Our focus is mostly on cryptography, cybersecurity, and more recently also data and AI a bit. You can find that there's over 150 projects in the Estonian research information system. If you go to etis.ee and you look for Cybernetica, you'll find what these are. But our partner list regarding funding agencies includes Estonian, European, and US agencies, including ones focusing on defense projects. And you can find a portfolio of ongoing projects on our website as well. And there's a number of things we can do for you. First of all, this is the point where I'd like to say that if you're really serious about doing this security thing, then you should also consider talking to Heisi at the University of Tartu, talking to Taltech, and start thinking how you can build your team in the long run. For short-term things, yes, you might do a project, you might do 2, but if you're really trying to build something that wants to be known for security, you need to build a long-term partnership. You can also do it with us, but I also say that if you're thinking this is important for you, then try to give back and talk to universities as well, because they need to know that they need to train these kinds of people. So you need to show there's demand. But we can provide you various kinds of services. The simple thing is, we can help you understand how to tell the security or privacy story of your product or a service. You want to go out there and say that my stuff is really secure, I'm better than all my competition, you should buy me because of that. This is, if you look carefully, for example, what Apple is doing. They're putting in their public keynotes things like differential privacy or homomorphic cryptography. No other reasonable company does that because they don't have the capability to develop these technologies. We sort of have, we can help you do this. So this is one thing, how you can differentiate. If you want to build something, go to the market, you have a valid business plan and you want to differentiate, we can help you go beyond what's the normal standard for security and cryptography there. And if you want to be sure what you want to protect against, we can help you with the threat analysis. That's a good baseline project to do. Understand what's the kill chain, what's the shortest kill chain, what's the easiest way to make sure that your vehicle doesn't go anywhere, your software does something it's not intended to do. And then if we get an understanding in the early projects, then we can start doing more serious things. Build together, or us provide technology and you build. Let's see where the relations can go. And then there's also the common stuff like penetration testing or audits or something like that. And if we have a really close relation and we have built something together, we can help you build trust in the public, in your service. But that's only if we get very close, because we need to really trust in what you have built ourselves if we want to go out and say that, yeah, that is the good stuff. And there's a range of technologies. But yeah, I'll stop here and we'll be glad to talk to you later. Thank you.
Thank you very, very much. I'm not going to take questions from the audience right now, so if you would stick around for a couple of minutes after this program is ended, then find Dan in the blue shirt. Just to recap this little three-headed presentation here. So what we are, what you've heard here also is something that if you or your company wants to start off in some way to do more research, more innovation in your company, then it's not as easy as just going and buying a service. Please do innovation for me. It means that you need to dedicate some resource, some human resource, some money to it. And this is where we want to help. This is where we are designing this small grant for you to actually dedicate a little bit more resource into cybersecurity innovation and product development or service development as much as you can. And so this is something that we take very seriously. We want to keep this discussion going, and we want you to start thinking about this before in the end of 25 these funding opportunities open up, and you can then start applying the application processes. You know, you need to already have a partner for that, and then this is something that we hope that you either looking here over here or looking at us online, that you already start thinking about this whole thing. As for the presentations that you saw today, we usually don't have this, you know, like method that, hey, we'll send you files or slides or whatever. Get in touch with those people. Ask Cybernetica, ask Tartu University, hey, I saw your slides. Can we, you know, like, can you just first send us our slides and then can we talk? Just ask them. Those people are here and they are very willing to give you their contacts and send you their slides. All right, before we wrap up today, we have one final promotional aspect, and I want to invite Martti Kebbinau here. He is a party master. A party master or the party master? I don't know. Anyways, Mr. Party Master, there's a microphone. Do you want to say something about, well... You know.
Hello. Good evening. All right, so I was actually given 2 minutes to introduce BSides event. But how many of you have heard of BSides Tallinn before? All right, so I only need one. All right, so everyone who hasn't been and who has been to BSides before, this year in September, I would like to invite you all to BSides Tallinn event as a speaker, as a sponsor, as a volunteer, or as a guest. Choice is yours. All the information is up at bsides.ee website. Submit your papers, sign up for volunteering and sponsorship, and buy your tickets there. Thank you very much.
Wow, that was fast. All right, will the party master stay for the party?
For the party, of
okay,
course,
okay,
yeah.
Good.
Yeah.
All right, thank you very much. All right, give another applause. That's it. That's it for today's. That's it for today's Cyber Meetup. Next time we are gonna have a June end of season Cyber Meetup, and this time it's gonna be on a Wednesday. So it's different from Thursdays. It's a Wednesday. So if you end up coming here on Thursday, that's June 12th, and then we're not gonna be here. But come on Wednesday, we have an exciting lineup already imagined right now and prepared in a little way. But come on and sign up, and we will send you some information. You can sign up your emails in that sign up sheet over there. Thank you very much. Thank you everybody who's been watching us online. Thank you everybody over here. Have a good night.